What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tino here, as we are here for the second round of the MLB playoffs. The wild card round came and gone in 47 hours, and the divisional round does not start until Saturday. But as you guys know, we will be here live twice on Saturday, and tomorrow we got Friday Night SmackDown, and who knows if there'll be breaking news. So we're here today, guys, to talk the MLB playoffs, to recap the wild card round, and to preview the divisional round. So, guys, thank you all so much for coming here and hanging out with your boy Tino as we are here today. But let's not waste any more time, and let's get to recapping the wild card games real quick. There really isn't too much to say about these games because the Minnesota Twins won 2-0 the series. They eliminated the Toronto Blue Jays. We have the Texas Rangers defeated and destroyed the Tampa Bay Rays in a 2-game series, 2-0. We have the Phillies destroying the Marlins. All those Jake Burger fanboys, where are you at? I thought the Miami Marlins and Jake Burger were going to the World Series. I don't know how you guys feel now, but they're sitting at home, just like the White Sox. So, Phillies moving on. Shout out to our girl Rach over the old sports and all of that good stuff. OLD sports. OLDE sports, I should say. Not old sports. But our girl Rach over there, big Philly fan, so shout out to her as her Phillies won 2-0. And then the Arizona Diamondbacks went in and they defeated the Milwaukee Brewers 2-0. So we now have, and we are down to 8 teams. We're here. It's the divisional round. And as I said, it all begins on Saturday. So we're here now, guys. Like I said, there's really not too much to talk about in the wild card round. Phillies had themselves a really good game last night as they had a grand slam, and it kind of put it out of reach for the Marlins. The Diamondbacks did their thing. The Tampa Bay Rays looked like they were lost. And the Minnesota Twins, I will say this, even though I am a hater on the AL Central, and I did not give the Twins any credit. I said the Twins were going to lose 2 in a row, and I said the Twins weren't going to do their thing. But to credit to the Twins, they went out there, they did their thing. They broke their record that has not happened since the early 2000s, where they have not won a playoff series. So they are now back in the divisional round, and they broke that. So are the Twins on their way to making a run and being a team that we got to watch out for? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. So before we get into the divisional round matchups, let's get to the chat. Let's see what everybody's saying. We have Jadis in the house because, Jadis, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Jadis, that's why you're the real MVP, because you don't watch baseball, but you're still here to support your boy Tino, and you're the only one in here. So, Jadis, I appreciate you. And, Jadis, aren't you at school too, bro? Jadis is at school. He's in Tino's time, and this is why Jadis the GOAT. Greatest of all time. But, guys, now let's get into and let's get to the matchups, the times, and everything else for the divisional round. So the divisional round will go until next Tuesday. So it looks like we'll be having a doubleheader next Wednesday, as we will be previewing the NL and AL championship series. So games, unless if it ends early, but NLDS, remember, guys, you got to win 3 games. Yeah, you got to win 3 games. So if they go all 3-0, we'll be doing it on Tuesday. But if it goes until Tuesday, we'll be doing it until Wednesday. So you guys know we'll be here for NXT. Tuesday night is Title Tuesday next week. Remember, we got AEW and NXT on at the same time. So we should know what day we will be doing the show on for the championship round. Well, let's go over these and let's talk about each of these matchups. I'm going to go through all of the matchups first, and then we're going to go one by one, and we're going to talk about it. So if you're in the comments, let me know what you guys are feeling, what you guys are thinking, who you guys got winning, and all that good stuff. So let's go over it. We got on Saturday, we got the AL Game 1 between the Rangers and the Orioles at 1 o'clock. We got the Twins and the Astros on at 4 o'clock, 3:45 Central Standard Time. Game 1 of the NLDS will begin in Atlanta with the Phillies and the Braves at 6 o'clock. And then we will have the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers at 9:20, obviously because the Dodgers are on a different time zone. 6:20 Arizona or in Dodger time, 9:20 Chicago time. So just depending on where you live. So we got guys, and we will be seeing those 4 series. So let's talk about these series real quick because we will be talking about each one of them. And I want to talk about the first matchup I want to talk about first is the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks, because I know everybody's probably like, well, the Dodgers are going to go in there. They're going to do their thing. They're going to completely destroy the Diamondbacks and they're just going to move on. But don't put anything past the Diamondbacks, guys. The Diamondbacks actually look pretty good. They went out and they did their thing against the Brewers. The Brewers were the divisional champions. The Diamondbacks were the 6th seed. So in a way, the Diamondbacks kind of just did their thing, and they are, So they do have to face the number 1 seed, obviously the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are the juggernaut. They always will be, and they always will be just that team that everybody just really dislikes because they're always just so good. So the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers, I think is going to be a very underrated series. And I think it's going to be a series that people aren't expecting to be good, but I do think it's going to be very good. So I'm going to say that after it's all said and done, and after all the games are done, I'm going to go bold. And I'm going to say the Arizona Diamondbacks win. And I'm going to say it goes to, because you got to win 3 games. So it's a 4-game series, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 2. Yeah, it's a 5-game series. So you have to at least win 3 games to move on. So that's what obviously we'll be seeing, just depending on when everything will be going down. So it just depends if it's a 3-game sweep, if it's a, so we'll just have to see how many games it goes to. But I think that this series will go to 5 games. I think it's going to be 2-2. We're going to have a game 5. I think it's going to be really exciting, but I think the Diamondbacks are going to pull it off. I think the Diamondbacks are going to surprise a lot of people, and I think we could see the Diamondbacks in the NLCS. So that's what I'm going to take for the Diamondbacks and the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. So now let's talk about the Texas Rangers taking on the Baltimore Orioles, because the Baltimore Orioles have been that team that everybody is in love with, everybody's infatuated with, and everybody wants to see go far in the postseason. They obviously didn't have to play in the wild card round because they did their thing. They won over 100 games, and they won the division. They did what they had to do. The Orioles, I cannot believe the Baltimore Orioles are in the playoffs, and the Yankees and Red Sox are not. So I'm loving every second of it, though. This is another series. We did see a lot of 2-game sweeps, but I think in the divisional round, I think it's going to be a little bit tougher. And I think we're going to see a lot of these series go to 4 to 5 games. So I'm going to say this is another one that goes to 5 games. And I'm going to say the Baltimore Orioles pick it up. I'm going to say the Baltimore Orioles are going to their first ALCS in a very long time. And the Orioles are going to keep up that run, and they're going to keep Baltimore happy. The Rangers have had a really good season. They did their thing. They beat the snot out of the Tampa Bay Rays. And I'm not counting the Rangers out. That's just personally what I think is going to happen and kind of what I want to happen. So I think it's a possibility that we see the Rangers and Orioles put up a really good fight. It's going to be a dog fight. But in the end, I'm going to say that, like I just said, the Orioles win in 5 games, and they go on to the ALCS. So again, as I said, we will obviously have to see. A lot could change here until, when everything is going down and everything happens. Who knows what could happen in these games. But don't count out the Rangers. But I'm going to say the Orioles take it. So we got 1 AL and we got 1 NL team in the championship series. So now let's talk about the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Atlanta Braves. And the Philadelphia Phillies did their thing last night. They won 7-1 against the Marlins. We had Bryce Scott hit a grand slam. I think that's what his name was. Hopefully that's what his name was. So we saw him do his thing and hit a grand slam and everything like that and put the Phillies up ahead, and there was no shot for the Marlins. The Marlins had a good season. They got in, they did their thing, but it just wasn't meant to be. So Now we get to see a really good series against the Phillies and the Braves. The Braves are obviously the number one team. They were the best team this year in the National League. They did their thing. They had 4 to 5 players with 20 home runs, 50 RBIs, 50 runs. It might have even been even more. But the Atlanta Braves are a very good baseball team. They go out there and they do their thing no matter what. And the Atlanta Braves are just very, very good. So I'm going to say this series goes 4 games. And I'm going to say the Atlanta Braves pick up the win. Obviously, the Philadelphia Phillies are the defending NL champions in the conference and everything else like that. And I think this is going to be a very good series. I just don't know if anybody's going to be able to beat Atlanta, guys. They're good. They're a good baseball team. Atlanta is a very, very good baseball team. So I don't know if we're going to be able to see, and if we're going to see the Phillies be able to keep it up. And they very well just might be able to, and they very well might just go out there and do what they need to do. But I just don't know. And I'm just not too confident that the Phillies will be able to keep up, and they will be able to keep up with the Braves. So, as I said, guys, we're going to have to see, but I'm going to say the Braves win that series in 4 games, and I'm going to say the Phillies get a win. And again, this series, honestly, all of these series in reality could go to 5 games, like the 5th game. But I'm going to say the Phillies and Braves go to game 4 because I do believe that the other AL series also, I think it might go to 5, but it also just really depends because the Twins and the Astros, the Twins, as I said earlier, went out there. They broke their streak. They did what they had to do. They went out there and they showed up against the team that a lot of people, especially me, I was one of them, that didn't give them a very good thing and didn't give them a real opportunity to win the series. I really didn't. I did not think that they were going to win this series. And I did not think that they were going to go out there and they were going to do it. But they did. They proved me wrong. And I can admit when I was wrong. I was wrong. And yeah. So, Twins, benefit to you for going out there and beating the Blue Jays. 100-win team. A team that people probably thought was going to go a lot of places. I don't know. Did they win it? Did they win 100 games? Maybe they only won like 98. But still, the Twins did their thing. So, they obviously now have to go up against the juggernauts of the Blue Jays only won 89 games. The Baltimore Orioles were the only team. The Baltimore Orioles, the Atlanta Braves, and the LA Dodgers, the only 3 teams to win 100 games. So it's going to be a big test for the Diamondbacks. But the Diamondbacks have seen them before. They're in their division. They're familiar with them. So I think the Diamondbacks can do it. But back to the Twins and the Astros series. Because obviously the thing and obviously I lost my train of thought, my bad. So obviously the Astros are the team in the AL. They got all the big guys. They got Altuve. They got all the guys. They got Abreu. They got everybody, and everybody doesn't want to see them win. But in my case, I can't even believe I'm saying it. But I got to root for the Astros. I don't want to do it, but I got to. So, yeah. But, oh my God. I got to text Deech because Deech be texting me while we live, guys. Hold on a second. Bad Deech. Really short episode. So back to the break. Back to the Astros and Twins again. We got 7 people now in here. What's up, guys? Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you got any questions for me, how you guys feeling? So, yeah. Now Deech wants to join the show. But guys, how you guys feeling? Let me know. I will get to your comments and your concerns after I finally try to preview this Astros and Minnesota Twins series. So back to it for the 3rd time. Let's try this again. So I do think that we will see this series also go to 4 games, but it's not even that I don't believe in the Twins. Twins, I'll give them the credit where it's due. They did, like I said, they did what they had to do. They beat the Blue Jays 2-0. But I will say what they mistakenly did is you do not go and you do not start screaming, fans, Minnesota Twins fans. You do not start screaming and you do not saying, "We want Houston. We want Houston." You don't say that because it's going to come to bite you right back. So, Twins, I think they'll get a win. They might even get two. They might very well get two. But I'm going to say the Houston Astros win that series 3-1. I'm going to say they eliminate the Twins. And I say sitting at this time next week, whenever we come here to recap and we talk about the DS, the AL and NLDS, and then we talk about the championship rounds, I do believe that we will have the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Houston Astros and the Atlanta Braves taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. And again, it might be the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers and the Braves, but to be honest, I just really don't want. I want to see new teams. I don't want to see the Phillies. I don't want to see. I know we really haven't seen any of these AL teams. I don't want to see the Astros in the World Series, but I also don't want the Twins to make it past the divisional round. So I'm gonna have to root for Houston. And if Houston wins, then it is what it is, and it's okay because then at least Jose Abreu got a World Series, and good for my guy Jose. Good for Pito, and yeah. But that's all I got for you. So those were all of my predictions for the ALDS and the NLDS, guys. So we are now going to get to the comments, the concerns, what everybody's seeing, what everybody's feeling. How's everybody doing here today? I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. I did send that link to Deech, so we will see if Deech is able to make it in before the show ends. But we really don't got too much else to really talk about because there really isn't too much else to really say about this. Because obviously, like I said, the Twins did what they had to do. They finally broke their streak. But every series was 2-0. The wild card round literally lasted 47 hours. You were in and out before you could say hello. Trick Williams' title reign lasted longer than the wild card round. And Trick Williams' title reign only lasted 3 days. So, yeah. But let's get to the chat. Let's see what everybody is saying. And I see Jadis is the only one in the chat. So, Jadis, thank you, bro, for being here. I appreciate you so much. And as I said, guys, we will be here live again today. So, wait till the end of the show to find out what that is, if you already don't know. But let's get to the comments and let's see what Jadis has got to say. We got 5 Jadis comments, guys. He says, this Rhea Ripley tattoo is going to be crazy. Yes, guys, if you're just joining us, did you see that Rhea Ripley is getting a Dominic Mysterio tattoo? I don't know, but that's interesting. He said, I'm out of school. I get out of like 156. Hey, now, Jadis, that's actually not bad because I used to have to sit in school for hours, like hours at a time. Like I wouldn't get out of school, bro. I think until like 3:25. I think maybe 3 or 2:30 was the earliest, but it was never good. Yes, we got the Bears and the Commanders on tonight, guys. Don't you guys forget, we got Thursday night football. It's the Chicago Bears taking on those Washington Commanders. So Jadis says, if the Bears going to win, if the coach gets fired, maybe that motivates. Jadis, I don't know what's going to motivate them, but whatever it is, can it just be something to motivate them? Because they're awful. God awful. That Adam Edge thing he said, go at, yup. Oh, hell no. Yeah, that was good. That was a good way to that was good. I enjoyed it. JT is back. JT said, and JT Jonathan Taylor, if you're not Justin Timberlake, guys, not Justin Timberlake. Justin now I'm saying Justin Timberlake. Jonathan Taylor is back, and Jonathan Taylor, they don't know for sure if he's gonna play, but he might play. So again, it is Thursday now. So just keep an eye out and see what goes down. Jadis, don't be laughing, bro. I don't know where anybody's at, but nobody's here, bro, but you. I got 6 views, and you're one of them. So, yeah. He's Jadis. I don't like you. Where is, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Are you like Dwayne The Rock Johnson? Like Dwayne Johnson. Hey, so guys, we are able to, and I'm going to stop talking now, and I think he's only going to be here with his voice. So let's get Deech in the show, and let's see what Deech has to say. Okay, are you not on camera? Hello? Check.
I'll be on camera in just a second. I just
okay.
Gotta finish something real quick.
Floating head Deech?
Yeah, floating head Deech.
I mean, hey, whatever works. So, well, yeah, I appreciate you stopping by for a second. I was actually going to wrap it up, so it's good you came in here right before, so now we could actually hear what you got to say.
Yes, definitely. So what are we going over now?
So I already went over everything. I already recapped the wild card and the previewed the divisional round. So pretty much, well, just give me your thoughts on the wild card round and then what you think for the divisional round. I mean, the wild card round literally lasted 47 hours, so there's really not too much to say about it. And the games really weren't that good. I mean, they all were 2-0. So I don't know. So yeah, what do you got? Oh, there he is.
What's up? Hey, what's up? So I did. I saw someone made a tweet earlier about how the MLB really got it stuck to them with adding those extra wild card teams because none of the series. I mean, they all went 2-0, not right. None of them went to a game 3. No. So I mean, those teams were wiped out pretty quickly. So that's it's something I guess to explore to see, is it really worth having the extra teams added in regards to the playoffs? But they just want their money, so that's really all that comes down to.
And the only thing I will say, the Diamondbacks were the 6th seed, and they did beat the Brewers. So, I mean, I guess that's the kind of things they're probably looking at. But, I mean, again, like now the Brewers – or not the Brewers. The D-backs have to go face the Dodgers. So,
yeah.
Shall be interesting to see what happens with that. But that's the thing. Like, there really wasn't too much that happened in this, round. Like, you know what I mean? Shit, I took more videos to Jake Berger than anything and just made fun of all the White Sox fans that have been crying since July. So,
yeah, definitely.
It's just so I don't know.
What do we got for the matchups? Is it Philly, Atlanta now?
So it is, it's Philly and Atlanta, the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers, the Twins and Orioles, or no, the Rangers and Orioles, the Twins and Astros.
Okay, we'll start with the Twins and Astros. I hope the Twins get their ass kicked.
Same.
I just don't like that team. There's certain players. I will say some of their young players that they have brought up. What is it, Edward Julio or Julian?
Yeah.
He's definitely has a bright future. Carlos Correa sucks. Fuck him.
Oh my god, I hate him. Did you hear his interview after the game yesterday?
No, I did not. But
he was talking. He's like, "This is the type of culture we're building here. Yeah. This is how we win. I know what baseball playoffs are like. Now we got to go face my old T." I'm just like, shut up.
Yeah. So, I think Minnesota is going to win probably one of those games, but I think Houston just is a better team. So they will move on. In regards to, so what is it? Baltimore plays who now?
Rangers.
The Rangers. That is going to be a fun. I mean, really, a lot of these series are going to be enjoyable to watch. It should be
bro. I forgot what it was like to watch baseball teams actually look like. I forgot what game out because I've watched all the games. One of the teams hit the ball. They bunted. They got a base hit, and it was 1-0. I'm like, holy shit! But it's so weird to watch teams that actually can do stuff when our team is just awful.
Yeah, seriously. So the Baltimore and Texas one is going to be interesting. I think I'm going to roll with Baltimore. I just like these youthful teams that have really turned it around over the last 2 years. So I think Baltimore, that series, and this is 7 games, right? Or is this 5 games?
I think it's 5, right? Because the CS, I think the CS and the World Series are 7.
Okay, so then for this series, I'll say Baltimore wins it in 5.
That's what I said too. I think a lot of these, and that's the thing, like you said, I think a lot of these series do go 5 games besides the Twins, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the Diamondbacks, maybe. But the way the Diamondbacks played, again, all you got to do is really get hot, and you really don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually rolling with the Diamondbacks in 5 for the Dodgers series. I think the Dodgers are too beat up. They don't have enough pitching, I think, to really make a huge run. So I'd love for Arizona to move on and just kind of immediately eliminate the Dodgers.
That'd be
No one really wants to see them, honestly, at this
Nobody.
point. It'd be like if the Yankees were in it. Everyone's rooting
Well,
against them.
I
So
said earlier, when was the last time the Yankees and Red Sox and Cardinals have literally been in the playoffs almost every year I've been alive. So it's just like, oh my God. Like it's finally nice. Like I looked at the standings. In fact, the Yankees and Red Sox were in last and the Orioles were at top. It's crazy. Because
yeah.
it wasn't like that 2 years ago. So
And then this last series with Atlanta and Philly, I mean, Philly just got the short end of the stick. I think Atlanta is poised to really dominate in these playoffs. I mean, they're just the most ridiculously complete team that is healthy and has been just sitting there licking their chops, waiting for whoever was going to win that series.
Bro,
So,
they're just so good. It's disgusting. Like the fact that they have 5 players with 20 plus home runs, 100 RBIs. Like it's just like, oh my God.
well, and they locked those players to long-term deals. So it's
Yeah.
not like that they're at the end of a deal or going to be a free agent soon. I mean,
And
that
they can
team,
just add too, is the like, you know,
yeah.
like we've
So,
talked about, like this, people wanting to come to Chicago. That's a place everybody wants to go. Shit, I'll go to Atlanta. Sign me up.
yeah.
You know, like
It's
so.
the rebuild that we wanted that we didn't get.
Yeah.
We extended the wrong guys, apparently.
Gotta
So,
love it. Man, I cannot tell you this last week. I felt like therapeutic not having to watch the White Sox games. It's so weird. Like I feel like free.
yeah.
I feel like Edge said, or Adam Copeland said when he made his day, I was like free. And Jadis out here because I know you got to go back to work. But Jadis says White Sox versus the couch. Who's winning? Probably the couch at this point. He said, I don't know.
Yeah.
The couch. Shut up, Jadis. Just like the Bears can't win a football game.
Not that there's nothing. I mean, the White Sox with that, I think Chris Getz is going to surprise people a little bit in the offseason. I think everyone's so used to the Rick Hahn and Kenny Williams regime and is just expecting Getz to follow in that footstep of dumpster diving and just random free agent signings that don't really make a lot of sense. I think Getz, just based off of the coaching or the front office hires he's had so far, he does want to sit and change it, but we'll see. But I'm at least excited to see. Hopefully he kind of changes just the White Sox approach to the offseason. That's what I'm most excited for. But yeah, I mean, right now it's not fun being a White Sox fan. So
shit, I wear my hat and people look at me weird. Like when I'm working, I wear my hat and people are looking at me. I'm like, what am I going to take it off? No, go away. So,
well, yeah, that or people are scared of you and think you have a gun hidden in your stomach or something.
Oh, I'm hiding in my belly fat
or something.
You know it. You know it. So, well, Deej, I appreciate you stopping by, giving us your thoughts and predictions. Maybe depending on when the divisional round, maybe we could do the same, depending on where it is or when it is, because who knows when the play. That's the one thing I hate about the playoffs is I really don't know when I can do the shows because I don't know how long the series are going to go. Because I was going to do it tomorrow because if somebody won yesterday, there was going to be a game on today.
Yeah,
so, but
they didn't want to make it easy on you, so.
Yeah, no, they don't know how to do that. So, but I appreciate it, man, stopping by on your break for work.
I did want to say, leave our fans with one more thing. Anyone crying about the owner of the Phillies throwing out baseballs, just shut up. Like, this fan base, you can't sit and have it both ways. You can't have 90% of the fan base claiming they're boycotting and not showing up to games. The TV ratings are down. The attendance was, I mean, they both were like bottom in baseball.
Awful.
And then expect Jerry Reinsdorf to come out and stand on the dugout and throw you baseballs. Like, grow up. Just grow up. I'm tired of it. I can't handle it anymore. You just can't have it both ways. If you want to be a miserable fan, that's fine. But don't expect your owner to just bend over and be like, yeah, here's some free baseballs. Here's this. That's not how it works. You're trying to sit there and screw him out of money. So he's not going to sit there and be like, I'm just going to cater to you. So,
because he don't care about what we have to say. He really don't.
No, but if you poke the bear, don't expect the bear then to just be like, all loving and give you a big hug. I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Well, that is true too, because they
I mean, people have been going after Jerry all season, so it's one of those things. Like, that's fine if that's the approach you want to take, but to be all upset because he didn't go and throw some baseballs to fans, like, just shut up.
Well, people got nothing else better to do. It's just like the war right now between WWE and AEW because Adam Copeland Edge went to AEW and stuff. People are trying to fight and stuff. It's like, go away. Like, just shut up and have nothing else better to do. So
yeah, man.
Well, yeah.
It's the way of the world. Just complain about everything until you get your way, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Jada said. Which won't be baseballs being thrown out to you by Jerry Reinsdorf. That owner
you wouldn't even be able to make it to the second deck.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is that owner looks significantly younger than Jerry Reinsdorf as well,
and he looks like he actually takes care of himself. So it's
that, and no offense, if Jerry Reinsdorf did sit and do that, half of the fans would probably throw the balls back at him. So I mean, he just knows better than to like become a human target in the middle of like a game or the end of a game. So
the 108 crew would be throwing Uncrustables at his ass. Uncrustable.
So, but yeah, thanks for letting me join for a bit and give those predictions. I will. Atlanta, I think, takes it in 5 against Philly. I just think, they're just sitting there waiting at this point and have been ready for a while. So
the only thing I will say is maybe the Phillies pick up the first game because they have been sitting for that's what I'm worried about with like the Orioles and like the Astros and 2. But after they play a game or 2, I think they'll win 2 or 3 in a row. So.
Yeah, those teams that were sitting, though, they do have their pitchers all fresh. That's where the Twins, we're really going to see what kind of pitching depth they have against Houston.
And that's a good point, too, because they have been, and like we talked about it, like Justin and I and you, we all talked about it in the season in review about like Pablo Lopez. We talked about with Jeff and all stuff like that. So it should be very interesting to see, especially like Duran, because he got checked out and then he threw like 6 balls in a row and then he finally found the strike zone. So it's like I wonder how that lingers. But like I said earlier, I gave credit to the Twins. I didn't give them any shot, but they went out there, they won. They did, credit too. Good job. But
no, they don't get any credit in my book. Fuck that team. Minnesota Twins. Don't forget about I saw that.
I was like, did you spell that wrong?
Don't forget about my boy Bailey Ober. I'm over Bailey Ober.
Oh my god. Bro, oh my god.
All right. Thanks for having me on, and I will talk to you later.
No problem. Thanks, man. Have a good rest of the day at work.
All right. Bye.
See ya. Well, thanks to Deech coming on during his lunch break, hanging out for a couple minutes, guys. Definitely gives some good insight. Makes it a little easier to do these shows sometimes. But, guys, as I said before Deech came on the show, that is all I have here for you for the Divisional Round preview show. Went a little longer than I thought, but, I mean, hey, half an hour is not too bad. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed all of my thoughts about the MLB playoffs and everything else like that. Remember, guys, we'll be back here in just 2 short hours as we preview all of the action that will be going down on Saturday night at WWE Fastlane. We got 5 matches. We're going to preview them. We're going to watch them on WWE 2K23. We're going to talk about them and everything else. So come and hang out as we go live in 2 hours at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we talk WWE, Fastlane, John Cena, and LA Knight, the Judgment Day, a last man standing match, and so much more. Guys, come and hang out in 2 hours when we come back here on Tino's time and talk. And we talk some WWE Fastlane. So also, guys, remember to go follow. Let's see what we got in the chat. Jada said, yes, sir. We probably will have 6 or 7 matches, Jadis. But as of this recording, there's only 5 matches announced. So maybe we see an IC championship match be announced. Maybe, but I don't know. So we'll have to see. But obviously, if they do add a match, we'll talk about it during the show or whenever it happens. So, through Survivor Series, the War Games. Well, Jadis, we did that last week. Jadis, that was the match we did last week, bro. We literally did the match that they said that I sent you. We literally did that match, bro. We did. You remember? Because that was the match when we were live That's when it cut out and the stupid stream X'd out. So, yeah. But guys, as I said, we'll be back here in 2 hours for all that good stuff. But remember to go and follow all of that good stuff. All of the social medias on the ticker below. Go and get yourself some Tino's Tom and Southside Boys merch. If you have not yet, go and become a member of the channel. Leave a super chat or two, all that good stuff. But if you can't do any of that, I completely understand. But remember, guys, to do these 3 things. Hit that like button. Subscribe on the road to 1,300, 2,000. And lastly, guys, turn that notification button on so you know when we go live next, which, as I said, will be 2 short hours for WWE 2K23. But it's a fast lane preview show. Guys, have a good 2 hours. Go get yourself a snack. Go watch a movie and then come back to Tino's Tom, because I'm going to go watch and finish watching The Haunted Mansion, and then I'm going to come back here. So, guys, you do the same, and I will see you guys all at 4:30 for the WWE 2K23 Fast Lane Preview Show. Jadis, you are the MVP, because you are the only one in the chat. That's why, Jadis, I'll leave this right here for you, because you're the real MVP.